It is TV, Mamelodi Sundowns 0, Orlando Pirates 0. I'm with Tso Vilakazi, Orlando Pirates legend, highest goal scorer in the history of Orlando Pirates. Before sikhulume noTso, remember now unethuba lokuthi ke ukhulume ngokuthi ubone njani umdlalo. We know it was a difficult game really to consume as a fan, but ungasithumela i1 minute video yakho lapho sowahlanganisa namanye ama video wama fan ku 064 525 0513. Inamba ngizovela lapha ku screen usichazele ukuthi ubone kanjani umdlalo. So very tough game to digest, mara a classic game of two halves.
Yeah, look, it was a very nice game, but from my side I expected the high tempo of the game. Looking at Sundowns, they've played over the weekend, and Pirates, okay, they didn't play in the game. So when the challenge, I think coach Pirates will play according to time. Look, guys, because Tina, we've been out for about 5 months, so let's work with time. Let's check a good thing. We can press maybe for 10 minutes, and then let's come back for another 15 minutes so that we will see what is Sundowns. When we press them, the reaction about Ibanjani, and if we just trying to control the game, Ibanjani. But it happens good thing. Because at some point during the game, especially first half, I saw an element of trying to press, and at the same time I saw them retreat, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know, maybe the coach says maybe let's wait and see what Sundowns is and
yeah. Were you frustrated ukubona uMango isolated? Kuno Makaringe in the midfield, there's Upule, there are players who should be creating opportunities for Rukabadinho Mango, but we didn't see much of that.
Yeah, look, it was very frustrating to see Umango, because we all know Umango is an attacking player, so he needs somebody so he needs somebody to feed him. So it happens that he was not getting that support, and it was frustrating for him. And at some point I saw him making those runs on the wing, and I asked myself, if he's making those runs on the wing, who's inside the box, so that when he crosses the ball, then he must get somebody there. So it was very frustrating looking at Makaringe and they were sitting there, well, not knowing whether they were scared or it was a plan of the coach to say, look, let's wait and see. And Sundowns were dominating, and it was like Sundowns will win the game, but it happens they went to the half time 0-0, and second half things started to change, whereby I even said we wanna see ucoach we-Pirates uzothini kuma players, because bachangile nge-0-0. So it means into angayisho kubo is gonna give them that confidence, good boys, we change nge-0-0 with a team that played already, that they've got mileage on their legs. So us, we don't have anything. So look, second half, let's go to them, and they did that. Look at it, they hit an upright to Makaringe, and ungena kwakamemela, it makes change the game automatically, and kwaswapeka game plan ekutheni ukuthi the way Sundowns bedlala ngakhona first half, then ne Pirates ithene ukuthi Sundowns ibe Pirates, iPirates ibe Sundowns.
Absolutely. Well, it's very difficult to accept what we saw there as a draw, but at some point in the first half bekune penalty incident. Mina nawe we were 100% convinced ukuthi it's a penalty. How do you justify that? Uzomduduza kanjani umuntu weSundowns ukuthi why they didn't get that penalty?
Look, it's really difficult to convince a Sundowns supporter ukuthi why ureferee angazaplow a penalty, but you can find that maybe engele yakhe he couldn't see well what happened, because from my point of view is it was supposed to be a penalty. A player was committing himself in terms of defending. So, and all the players, they know that inside the box, look, you don't play with fire. So you make sure that your hands are away. So for me, I don't know. Maybe he's got his own views, but from where I'm standing now, it was supposed to be a penalty, because the intention of a player was to defend. And when you go and defend, Now as a defender, you know that your hands they need to be away. So if your hands are exposed there.
So omunye umuntu oyibonayo uzothi makamkhulumela. I can't remember who the defender was, but uzothi he's sliding, so there's no option for you to put your hands away, and also you're looking further away from the ball. It's not like you can see where the ball is.
Yes, we can argue on that, but let's look at the first intention of the player is to defend. So, and when you slide, automatically as a defender you know that you need to hide your hands, even though when you slide, because if the ball touch your hands, it's a penalty.
Uzobamba kanjani phansi uma usiwa phansi uma ngabe izandla are tucked away? How do you justify that?
Then they teach you to say, as a defender, you don't slide inside the box, because in that split second, that decision, you know, it will hit the team in terms of losing that 3 point. Because when you slide in the box, there's two things. Or either when you slide, you can take that player, accidentally the referee will say it's a penalty. Sure. You know, here's a handball, it can be a penalty. But if you stand your ground as a defender, then, you know, chances for you not to be caught wrong, then, you know, you're always safe. But you know, all of us, we've got our own views, but I'm still saying that as a defender, you don't dive. You dive, you're saying to the opponent, I'm all yours with everything that you want to do.
Lovely teaching moment, because, you know, it's a beautiful teaching moment, because it's a penalty, but there's an aspect to yokuthi wena njengoba usho ukuthi the moment you slide, you're allowing for other factors to take over. Ungenza mistake kancane noma ungayibamba kancane ibhola njengoba ayibambile. Now, do you think that uPito Mosimane respected the Orlando Pirates too much? Because you saw a lot of defensive players. You saw at some point 4 midfielders, Umabuwa wadlala right back. Do you think that he gave the Pirates too much respect?
I think we all know that he respected Pirates too much. And well, in tonight's game, I don't know. It was a respect or he was playing a mind game. I don't know. Remember that he's got a game in hand. Maybe he told himself to say, if I can get a point, for me it's good, than not getting anything at all. So maybe it was also frustrating Pirates in terms of putting a lot of central defenders, because I mean he put Lunduzana or Andile Charlie. When there's Kekana, there's Kutsie, there's Umkulis. So for me, I don't know. You know, Pito is very smart. The coach Pito is very smart. I think he was playing a mind game, or either maybe the other thing was to give others a run, because of, you know, others have been Azang Badale weekend, so they need to come and play, because last minute we are Faga no Vilakazi. So for me, I think he was playing a mind game to frustrate the Pirates, to say, Aish, so what's gonna happen now? Is Pizzo gonna come to us, or is gonna wait? And you know, Pizzo is very smart. So for me, I think he told himself to say, if I can get a point against Pirates is a big team. If I get a point against Pirates, it's good for me. All
right, last one then. Kaizer Chiefs, bagui prime position manje. It looks good for them. Uguti, when Giants are colliding, they can only draw. No one is winning. Uyibona kanjani as we are going to the final stretch? Do you think that this is a big win for Kaizer Chiefs?
You know, for Kaizer Chiefs, that's another tricky game. Remember that if it's they've been sold to TTM. So those players, they've got nothing to lose, but they've got one thing at stake, is to their names at the back of of their chases. Because remember that come end of the season, they need to get teams. So yes. So what is going to happen tomorrow? They'll go out there. They will say, we've got nothing to lose. Let's go over Chiefs, let's hammer them. Come end of the season, if they say no, you know, TTM, we no more Vase with TTM, and then they know that, look, but our name, we left that name of Vase University up on top.